My Little Caboose, Blue is Magic, by DarkWing. Chapter 4, Sadboose. Caboose, where are you? Pinkie Pie yelled, trying to find her new friend. He was not answering. Why would Twilight ask a question like that? As much as Twilight knows, she doesn't know how to meet new ponies. After running around Ponyville for a couple minutes, she soon found the blue stallion, sitting alone on a bridge over a stream. She also saw that his eyes were wet. Caboose, what's wrong? Pinkie asked, taking a seat next to Caboose, putting her foreleg over his shoulder. Nothing, Caboose said, letting out a deep sigh. It's just that sometimes I remember who I am. Oh? Pinkie Pie asked, raising her brow. And who are you? A loser, Caboose said. Everyone I have ever met always points out my flaws. They never even get to know the actual me. And something tells me that that's because they don't want to. I don't think you're a loser, Pinkie Pie said, nuzzling Caboose's neck. Thanks, but I know how you really feel, Caboose said, shaking his head, slowly pushing her off. I know that you're just saying that to make me go away. Tucker does that all the time. Mostly after he calls me a name and I start feeling bad. Pinkie Pie looked straight into Caboose's eyes. If I wanted you to go away, then why would I come looking for you, silly? Pinkie Pie asked, smiling lightly. Caboose looked back at Pinkie Pie, who was giving him a smile. He then leaned in and gave her a quick peck on the lips. Pinkie Pie was surprised by this and brought her head back, blushing ever so slightly. Oh, sorry, Caboose said, thinking that he had scared her off. I promise I won't do that again. I was just, caught in the moment. It's okay, Pinkie said, waving her hoof to show him that it was nothing. Pinkie then looked back into Caboose's eyes, leaned in, and pecked him back. Caboose blushed and fell backwards, landing on the bridge. He was starting to get back to his old self. I think I like you, Caboose said, smiling now. I like you too, Pinkie said. I'm glad you're my friend. A friend, Caboose thought to himself, smiling wider than he ever had before. How about we go back and get that party started? Pinkie said, jumping around. Okay, Caboose said happily. He then started walking forward, then soon found himself stopping. But I think your friends don't like me. Don't mind them. They just haven't gotten to know you yet, Pinkie said, raising her hoof. I'm sure they'll love you once they get to know you. Thank you, Caboose said, with a large smile on his face. I didn't realize how much words could heal until it was my turn. Caboose grabbed Pinkie's hoof, and Pinkie smiled back. You know, we could start the party a little later, Pinkie said. Maybe I could show you around town. I would like that, Caboose said excitedly. I think I know where we should go first, Pinkie said, leading Caboose with her. After about 5 minutes of walking, they found themselves in front of a giant gingerbread house! Caboose yelled, hopping up and down excitedly. It's like at the end of the year when I leave one for Santa, but there's no bite marks in this one! You're silly, Pinkie giggled as she opened the door. Mr. and Mrs. Cake, are you here? Yes, Pinkie, we're just baking a batch of sweets right now, replied Mrs. Cake. Well, take a look around, Caboose, Pinkie said. Caboose slowly let go of Pinkie Pie's hoof and started doing what she said. He glanced everywhere and soon realized that he was surrounded by many tasty things. Oh my gosh! There are cupcakes! Caboose yelled. And cookies! And muffins! And they even have cupcakes! Mr. and Mrs. Cake walked out of the back, both holding platters upon platters of tasty treats. Caboose's heart nearly exploded. Who is your friend? Miss Cake asked, putting the food on display. Oh, this is Caboose, Pinkie said. We met in the hospital. Oh, I hope it wasn't anything too serious, Miss Cake said with a worried expression on her face. Oh, don't worry about me. It wasn't that big of a fall, Caboose said, now looking at Mrs. Cake's hair. Your hair looks like icing! Mrs. Cake raised her brow at him. Is he alright? No, I'm Caboose. Why do people keep calling me alright? Pinkie giggled and went around to the back of the counter and opened it. So, do you want anything to eat? Pinkie asked. Yes, please. I would like a cupcake, Caboose said, now looking into Pinkie's eyes once again. Sure thing. Which one do you want? She asked. Looking at all the sweet treats that he could choose, he thought he would have a tough time choosing from all of them. But he found the treat that he wanted right away. I want the pink one, Caboose said. Pinkie Pie looked at Caboose and couldn't help but smile. Mr. and Mrs. Cake looked at each other, giving each other a soft smile. Pinkie Pie gave a big and pink cupcake to Caboose. and then she grabbed a blue one for herself. She used her free hoof to grab onto Caboose's free hoof to lead him out.
"Thank you for the cupcakes, Mrs. Cake,"
Pinky said, now out of the door.
"Thank you for the cupcakes!"
Caboose yelled. When he was out of the door and when the door was shut, he yelled once again.
"Oh my gosh! It's a giant gingerbread house!"
"You already said that," Pinky giggled. "Oh, I know. I just like pretending. It makes everything much more fun," Caboose said, finishing his cupcake. "And I like having fun."
"I like having fun too,"
Pinky said. She then stopped, tightened her grip on Caboose's hoof.
"But not as much as I like you."
And with that, she leaned in to kiss. Caboose saw this, leaned in, and kissed her back, and they stood kissing for several seconds, now hugging each other. Caboose had never felt so comfortable with himself in his life.
"Come on,"
Pinky said, stopping the kiss, hopping ahead.
"Let's go get this party started."
"Right behind you, Pinky," he yelled, hopping after her.